So welcome to the new episode of For the Love of the Game Cricket podcast. So it's been a while. So last episode we did about the Women's Premier League. Hope you all enjoyed that. And today, we are going to do a brief about the Ranji Trophy. In recent times, it has become a very important. It was always an important thing, but recent times, lots of things going on. So it's a good time to talk about it. And also the semi-finals are going on as well in the Ranji Trophy. So we have Aadhav with us today. So he's joining us. So he's a very keen enthusiast of domestic cricket, Ranji Trophy, and all these things. So hi Aadhav. So welcome.
Hi guys.
Yeah, and so let's jump right into it. So right now two matches are going on the semis. So one is Mumbai and Tamil Nadu, and another is Vidarbha and Madhya Pradesh. So if we talk about the Mumbai Tamil Nadu game, I see TN is 68 for 5. I think Washington Sundar is batting right now. It's a bit of a tricky situation. So Prakash, so what's your take on this match as of now? How do you see things going? Do you see them making a comeback, or
I don't want to talk about it because after having won the toss, we chose to bat, and then you're 50 for 5, making the knockouts after I think 7 years is not a good feeling, but you never know. Sundar is there, you never know, but beating Bombay after such a first star is not going to be easy. That much I can tell. I'm heartbroken today.
And also, Shreyas Iyer is back in the mix. I don't know if he's gonna open or something. I was seeing the scorecard. He's slotted in with Prithvi Shaw as the number 2 batter. So Aadhav, so what's your take on the Mumbai team right now? Are they actually that good? How they are playing right now, or do you see some faults in their team as well? Something they can improve. So what's your take on Mumbai as an overall squad?
See, Mumbai are not like before 2 or 3 seasons they had stalwarts like Wasim Jafar and many more stalwarts, but now they are not they're not having those kind of stalwarts, but their players are quite good. We can see players like Shams Mulani, Tanush Kotian and Mohit Avesti performing throughout the last 2 or 3 seasons, and the key has been their middle order batting, where we saw the heroics from Shivam Dube. I think he scored a century and some half centuries in the middle of the season. And the most impressive thing is that the contribution from low order, we can term them like Australians. They never give up. Their tailenders and lower middle order always steps up and caution the fire.
Right. I think even Tushar Deshpande scored a century, right? In the
Tushar Deshpande and Tanush Kotian.
And Motian.
Right. So overall, so Pranav, what's your take on the semi-finals? Vidarbha match is also going on. So I see Umesh Yadav is still going strong as ever. So overall, so what's your take on Vidarbha? Because they have also been in recent times performing very consistently as a team. So I think I see them improving each game kind of a thing. So what's your take on Vidarbha as a side?
I think the overall Ranji Trophy has been very interesting, especially with Tamil Nadu reeling at 5 down for 68 at lunch. Vidarbha is currently at 83 for 3. Avesh Khan picked up 2 wickets for Madhya Pradesh. Vidarbha generally has been a good side. I remember Wasim Jafar playing for them for a couple of seasons after he changed his bases from Mumbai. So Vidarbha is such a team where you had good players I think Faiz Fazal was a part of Vidarbha.
He's still part of the squad.
Yeah, he's still part of the squad, and I'm seeing that it's his last season. And he played a solitary one-day international against Zimbabwe, where he scored 100, I think, on his debut game. So there have been good players from Vidarbha overall, but their problem has been a little bit players not able to convert starts. And I think now that they've got a start, 83 for 3, morning day, winter season, Nagpur, you tend to have some movement, but now it should be good to bat. So I expect them to get to a good total. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, I think Vijay Shankar and Washington Sundar are batting.
Right.
You have Sai Kishore got out? No, right?
Kishore out.
Yeah, so I
He was out.
Yeah, so I had high hopes of Sai Darshan, but unfortunately he also got out. But the wickets to remain is Mohammad Ajit Ram and Sandeep Wajid. Three of them can bat as well. So what they need to do now is to actually stay afloat, bat one session out, and then take it from there, because a lead of would be too much to expect, but you never know what happens in 4-day games because it's BKC grass top. But the general tendency of the wickets are that it will give you seam movement, but then it will slowly start keeping low. It won't be conditions like Sena. So probably that is where things stand at the moment. It's been a very interesting Ranji Trophy with good teams doing badly and average teams doing really well throughout the season.
Right. So I guess so there are a few standout performers. So recently, if we talk about the under-19 World Cup, so Mushfiq Khan has also scored a double hundred in the Ranji Trophy as well. So like good on him. And also, so Aadhav, so what are you, so if you follow it closely, so who are your like players to watch out for in this Ranji Trophy who have caught your eye? Like, who do you think have the potential to deliver in the big stage?
Okay, the first it's Ricky Bowie from Andhra Pradesh. Like after he has been one of the important domestic run getters for Andhra throughout the seasons, and we don't notice such players. They silently come and perform and go. And the other guy is Sachin Baby from Kerala. Even
Kerala.
last season he scored 800 odd runs. Even this season he's replicating the same performances. And the thing is, the situation at which he scores runs. Whenever Kerala was put into trouble, Sachin Baby comes and bails them out from the trouble. So those innings are very precious. And the problem with Sachin Baby is that he does not have age by his side. He's 35 or 36, I guess. And the other things is, I was very impressed by Devdutt Padikkal, where before 2 seasons, he failed in IPL. He was caught in a very uncomfortable situation, and he faced a lot of problems. And once, I guess, last season he was even dropped by the Karnataka Ranji team. But the way he came back shows his character and mental strength that he possesses. And the thing is, the way Devdutt Padikkal played in Vijay Asare and the current Ranji Trophy is something was very good. And also he replicated the same in India A matches against England Lions, and he also got a due call up for it.
Aadhav, I
And
have two questions. Yeah, sorry. You want to say, why don't you complete and then I'll ask you?
No, I was about to speak about the other player. You can ask the question. We can move forward after that.
Okay, two questions to you. Number one, why is Sky not playing for Mumbai? Number one. Any idea?
Okay. He has that sports hernia injury. He's been treated in London by a
Just got
specialist.
operated for
Understand.
something.
My
He's on
second
the way
question
to
to you,
rehab.
can you elaborate more on this guy, Shams Mulani? Because he seems to be everywhere. He's doing everything for Bombay.
Yeah, Shams Mulani is another exciting prospect for Mumbai, where India always has a craze for slow left-arm bowlers, slow left-arm orthodox bowlers who can bat and who can field well. Shams Mulani is one of that breed. And I think I've been following him for the past 2 or 3 seasons. He has been excellent for Mumbai. As you said, he's good with the bat. He's chipping in with wickets.
No, and whenever he performs, Mumbai has been in trouble. In the previous game also, the game was in the balance and he took it away. This is before the 10th wicket partnership. So I think he represents that Khadus batting of Bombay. I don't know. I was very impressed with the way he did a few things. That's why.
Yeah, okay. So Aadhav, so I have one question. So basically, if you look at the Indian domestic as well as the senior team as well, I think there are lot of left arm spinners we have, right? So in Ranji Trophy, did you see any right arm off spinner who can like after Ashwin, when Washington Sundar, anybody else who caught your eye, which can be
One unfortunate name comes to my mind is Jalaj Saxena.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
The other thing is
that is,
one guy.
Yeah, so that
So-
is one unfortunate name that comes to my mind because he's been, I don't know from how many seasons he's been performing, be it for Kerala, be it for other state, his parent state. I think was it Uttar Pradesh.
He scored 7,000 runs and 400 wickets and still no chance.
Yeah, I mean there are stories like that. Even Karun Nair is
Born
one
in
such
wrong era.
story. He played one test against England and then got nowhere.
Yeah,
No,
like-
no. He had enough chances against Australia. This Karun Nair story has been he couldn't handle Stark and Cummins. Karun Nair had his chances. He blew it.
I think if we
Yeah,
go
but-
back a bit earlier, then I think Amol Mazumdar, I think was one of the most unfortunate people.
Yeah,
to not
Amol
be-
Mazumdar
He
is
was-
I mean, Faiz
he
Fazal
was
is one.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faiz Fazal too is one unfortunate prospect because uh, also when we talk about Amol Mazumdar, he's got heaps of runs. I mean, he played for I don't know how many states, 2 or 3 states he played for. He got 7,000 runs at an average of 49. I can't see an unfortunate cricketer than Amol Mazumdar and Jalat Saxena at the moment. And I'm happy for Mazumdar. At least he got a coaching stint with the women's side. He can live his dreams of lifting an Indian trophy with that side at least. But he's a fabulous cricketer. I mean, I've not met him, but I've seen his interviews. He's very humble. So is Jalat Saxena. I'm happy that he got a stint with Punjab Kings last season. Not sure if he's still retained. I think he is retained. But I'd be happy if he at least plays one test before he calls his day because he deserves that thing because it feels very unfortunate to talk about Jalat Saxena like this because what else can a player do?
Right.
I don't know.
True. So yeah, Aadhav, so you were telling about the players. Yeah, go ahead.
I think you must have all heard about the name Mahesh Pitya. He was called as the carbon copy of Ashwin. He even bowled to the Australians in the nets.
Yeah,
Right.
he played the last game also. No, he was playing the last game. He's an MP, isn't it?
Not from MP. I'm not sure about the team, but I can always see him in the scorecards.
Yeah. He played the previous. He was in the previous knockout games against Bombay. Who did Bombay play last time in the previous game?
I think Baroda.
Baroda. So he plays for Baroda. He plays
He
for
bowls
Baroda.
along with Bhargav Bhatt.
Correct. But is
So
he
he
got
was
any potential in him?
not
Mhm.
pacer friendly pitches.
Oh, right. I think we missed that. Could you just say that about Sandeep Warrior again?
Sandeep Warrior was he's the most improved bowler according to my eyes because earlier when he was playing for Kerala, he was leading the attack and he did not replicate those performances. But here, in spite of the slow left arm pacers taking above 40 wickets, this bloke has always taken up the cleansing job and has always taken important wickets where he took 25 wickets in those dry arid pitches.
And
That's something unbelievable for a fast bowler.
correct. And from what I've heard, they've done a lot of work on his fitness this time around. He's done a lot of work on it. So yeah, but let's see. You need to give him some runs to bowl to, no? 68 for 5 is not a good situation right now.
And we also have our new recruitee, Kuldeep Sen.
Correct. Kuldeep Sen has impressed me.
Yeah,
He's
but I think he played only two matches before.
But look, we keep talking about this thing. I'm coming back to the case of Tamil Nadu only. Leave Indrajit out and leave Sai Sudarshan out. And to an extent, even leave Jagadisan out. The runs are not coming from anybody else.
Yeah, actually, I had huge expectations on Pradosh Ranjan Paul. Because he we are coming from the same place. So
Right.
I think from under 12, under 13, I've been following that guy. Whenever you see newspaper, that guy scores runs, and those are not like centuries. He scores daddy 100, and I think he
Right.
also broke out to India under 19. Not for the World Cup. He played some tri-series in England, I guess. And
Okay.
he performed extremely well in the CK Naidu Trophy, and he earned a call up recently for Tamil Nadu. And last year he had super performances. And the last match of TN, he was also named as the skipper of TN.
Wow. Okay.
I think he plays
And
for.
after that also he replicated some good performances, and he got an India call up, and he went to South African tour, and he scored an impressive gritty 160 or 150 odd against the South African A team.
Not bad. How old is this fellow?
He's
I think
24,
he's
25.
23, 24.
Yeah, he's
Okay, so he's
24.
fine.
And I think he plays for what? Laika Kowai Kings in TNPL, is it?
No, he plays for Chepauk Super Gillies.
Chepauk Super League. Yeah, CSG he plays for, and guy's a big prospect, and I think he'll earn big money in the next auction. I just wanted to touch base upon a fast bowler from Karnataka, Vaishak Vijay Kumar. He's been doing fabulously well for Karnataka, even though the results were not in their favor. But what do you think about Vaishak Vijay Kumar? He can bat also.
Yeah, I think he scored a century, right?
Yeah.
And he has also scored two or 250s, I guess, in this season.
Yeah. He's picked up 39 wickets at an average of 24 with a strike rate of 40. So, what do you think about Vaishak Vijay Kumar? Because RCB fans would be eagerly watching.
Yeah, one thing about Vaishak is that he was he was rated as the third person in the trio of the V trio of Karnataka. But the thing is, like, he has improved a lot. He has improved more than Vasugi and Vidit Kavirappa, where he has not possessed one skill. He has also improved his batting skills and is turning out to be a good all-rounder.
And Vidyut Kavirappa also got this BCCI fast bowling contract, isn't it? The recent central contracts which was released, there was a little fast bowling contract. I think Vaishak Vijay Kumar is also part of that contract. So they are looking at pace bowling unit, keeping I think in the Border Gavaskar Trophy in mind. So we have Saptak back. I'll pass the host baton to him. You're not audible, Saptak. You are not audible, Saptak. We're facing some technical issues, but while he resolves that, no, you're still not audible. So basically, I just wanted to ask you about the central contract. Aadhav, what do you think about the Shreyas Iyer Ishan
Yeah.
Kishan?
Actually, it's a very welcoming signs, because as we see, the relevance of domestic cricket has been reducing over the years. Bold calls like this are very good for the healthy progress of domestic cricket. And as a domestic cricket lover, I would always welcome this, and I'm very happy that Ajit Agarkar is the guy who has done this.
Interesting. So you're saying that players should prioritize IPL and domestic cricket together, right? Because domestic cricket does not pay you as much as IPL does. Because, for example, no offense to any player, but for example, Yuzvendra Chahal does not play Ranji Trophy because he thinks, or the players think, or the fans think that they don't have a prospect in red ball cricket. So why play that? But instead he plays Vijay Hazare, Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy for his state, and then straight away goes to IPL. So financial aspect aside, I think they should prioritize red ball cricket. But do you think money plays a role in not choosing Ranji, especially the country's premier tournament?
Yeah, obviously money plays a vital role, but the other important thing is the domestic structure of India is the reason uh, we are a very strong side, where, like, earlier we see Indians were always very good players of spin, where we may see the likes of Rahul Dravid, Gautam Gambhir, Virender Sehwag, VVS Lakshman, Sachin Tendulkar. They were all very good players of spin. But the later generation of Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya Rahane, and the guys following after that were not good players of spin. They have always had a history of weaknesses against spin. That is because of lack of playing in domestic tournaments. Even if they had enough breaks between the Indian toss and IPLs, they did not choose to play domestic tournaments. That was the reason where they lacked playing spin. And this continues. And now the current generation of Indian players are termed to be the worst Indian players to ever face spin. So if we have to change those things, we have to put those players in the hot spot. We have to make them play in those dry pitches, and we have to make them play in those low pitches. And we have only if they play in those pitches, they will find ways to score runs against spin, and that is a very vital factor to win matches in India.
So basically, the central contract thing at the moment, which we are talking about, is actually a very interesting topic, and I think we have fixed Saptav's audio. No, you're still not audible.
Not audible.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
Now you can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
sorry. So I had this power cut, so my net went off. So anyway, Aadhav, so we recently had this like central contract thing, right? So Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan were like dropped out of the central contracts. So do you think that was a bit too harsh, or that's like justified? And is there like transparency everywhere? Like, is it a uniform thing for all players, or like, what's your overall take on this issue? Like overall,
Like that was not too harsh. That was need of the heart. That was the need of the heart to bring back the relevance of domestic cricket. And I think there is transparency. And
I mean,
but the
like,
thing
if
is
you,
like where
go ahead.
Pranav mentioned, like if players want to leave out red ball and they have to concentrate in white ball tournaments, BCCA has to put a mandatory statement or mandatory rules that those players have to play for the white ball tournament for their respective sides.
Yeah, I mean,
Only
But
if
I
they are
feel like,
above 35 and they don't have any scope in coming back to their national side, they don't have to play. Or if they have any scope to play for a national side, they should be part of those white ball trophies.
yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
but look, I want to touch on something. Look, having all these rules in place is fine, right? But what they have actually done, we've not spoken about, is increasing the pay structure. They are speaking now of making each Ranji Trophy player make 75 lakhs per
You're not
annum.
audible.
No, everybody. If you play all the Ranji games, this is being spoken of behind the scenes. Nothing is concrete yet. Okay, you will be getting 75 lakhs as a player provided you complete the entire Ranji season. And then secondly, coming to the national side, if you play all the test matches that India play in a calendar year, they are trying to make you get up to a 15 crore sort of contract that you have, provided you complete all these test matches as a bonus, which in turn brings the test player on par as a entry to mid-level IPL player. If this can be achieved, 50-60% of the problems will be finished. Then you will have problems like, I'm not taking any individual's name, people not wanting to play red ball cricket, which can be discussed. Then you can have a Hardik Pandya sort of situation. And I'm very happy they caught him also. They didn't let him go scot-free. So this is something that needs to be done, and I'm glad they're doing it as far as pay structure is concerned.
in terms of Hardik Pandya's situation, I think it's more like he has agreed to play the white ball tournaments for Baroda, be it Syed Mushtaq Ali or Vijay Hazare Trophy, and I think it sort of has a role to play in terms of how they want to structure their careers in terms of fitness. So Hardik himself has said multiple times that he's not a test fit player just as yet, and he proved to be right because in World Cup he got injured after two games or something, and that was a freakish injury because I've heard players falling while playing golf. I think Johnny Bairstow hurt his toe playing while playing golf. But when players themselves deem the team as unfit to play test matches, then that becomes a different story. But on purpose you're fit, you're not playing the red ball tournament, then that is a different case. Because a lot of people are claiming ki nahi, Hardik Pandya is not playing red ball cricket, but they have offered him a contract. That is because Pandya himself acknowledges his body. He says, I can't play 4-day cricket. I can't field for 90 overs. I can do it for 20 or 50 overs. You can keep me in for that. Otherwise, I'm happy to walk out, because he's
Yeah,
anyway going
and
to.
there is another thing. In the 2018 Asia Cup, we saw what happened to him. He's put his body on the line for the country. And another thing people tend to forget, he's already paid his price because of that comment he made with Coffee with Karan. This boy has paid his price. He's made it very clear. In that way, I find it, I can give him that little bit of space. But then what the BCCI did, came and gave him a rap on the knuckle and saying, hey, go and play the Saeed Mushtaq Ali and the DY Patil tournament. If he does that, then it's fair. You can't give this guy special treatment and this guy different sort of treatment. That is also not correct. And the best part is the people coming in, or people who are in and around the ecosystem of the Indian team now know, boss, we can't take things for granted. We have to do this way, which is what I'm most happy about.
Yeah, and I think with having home test matches, we have 5 more games to go with Bangladesh and New Zealand series. This thing is a little more prominent, that going forward, if you have a home series and you make some amount of decent runs throughout playing the Ranji Trophy, you stand a chance to get qualified for an India call-up, or at least an India A call-up. So in that sense, this is a positive move, yes, but I think the players need to be, told very clearly what is the plan, because you have a 5 test series of Border Gavaskar Trophy, then you have a Champions Trophy, then you have England tour where you go and play 4 test matches. Having an extra Hardik Pandya helps, but again, the communication has to be the key here, and I'm glad that they have opened that channel, but not opened a Pandora's box. Otherwise, some player treating differently, some player being treated differently. So, from my perspective, it's a happy move, and it's not the end of the road for Shreyas Iyer and Ishan. At least that is what I feel.
Listen, they've not kicked them on their stomach. Shreyas Iyer and Ishan have enough money. Their next 7 generations can live on. This is not what it looks like and what the media is making it out to be. They are fine. They will get there. If you read that part where they write about the C contracts, if you represent India in 3 tests, 8 ODIs, and 10 one-day internationals, you will automatically get in on a pro rata basis. Within 3 months, they'll be there. Within 3 months, they'll get it. Then, after getting into C, climbing up, they will have to work hard.
And these
But
are
they've not been.
backdated contracts, right?
Yes, I know.
From
This is
September
October to
23 to September 24.
September 2024. So
So,
they will be. So the bad part for Iyer is from October to this thing, he was doing things in the World Cup.
yeah.
That is the bad part. But like I keep saying on our groups, and you don't mess with the board. Nobody wins if you mess with the board.
Yeah, and he played the World Cup. He might have been paid already. So money part is not
yeah,
a problem.
They don't have any. Okay, but I'll give you an example. I'm sorry, Aadhav, I'll just say one thing and I'll keep quiet. We have Jaiswal, right? Jaiswal just bought a new house. I saw it on Twitter. In one BKC, he bought a house for 5 crore rupees. The house is bang opposite the ground. You already get to know this boy's attitude and you get to know what this guy's intentions are. He's living near the ground. Iyer and all these guys, I don't know if they have the same sort of hunger. So the guy who has the hunger, look what he gets. He gets a B contract immediately.
And Rohit actually made the statement after the press conference, the last test. Exactly what you said. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So, over to Aadhav and Saptak, because we have had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Aadhav, so we are running out of time, so 5 minutes left. So just one final question to you. So we have this debate about Mukesh Kumar, right? So he played one game, did not play that well. So some people are telling him that he's fit for domestic cricket only, not for international cricket. But I think it's too quick to judge a player on just one game. He can be handy in away conditions as well. So what's your take on this Mukesh Kumar and Rajat Patidar as of now? So do you see them like actually how have they, like, I know Mukesh Kumar has been performing great in domestic cricket, but with your eyes, do you see them actually like having an India potential level of game?
Yeah, it's not easy for guys to consistently perform in domestic seasons and put in all the hard efforts, grind it in domestic cricket, get an India call up, and to play for India. Mukesh has always had that skills. He has always done the dirty job of bowling in those dry pitches and taking wickets, and that's an excellent skill. And the thing is, with Mukesh is like that his in swingers are very good, but the problem is that he lacks some pace. So he'll be he's not that he won't be successful in countries such as Australia and South Africa. But uh, bowlers like Mukesh will be a great asset in pitches like New Zealand and England. So we
Fair enough.
may prefer a player like Mukesh in those conditions.
Fair enough. So yeah, so like this is what like we had for discussion basically. So anybody wants to add anything, or we are like good to wrap up?
Yeah, I want to speak about one player.
Yeah, sure.
So we don't speak about players coming from Northeast teams. There is one guy who has always been who has always put thoughts in my mind. That is like Manishankar Murashin. He's an all-rounder for Tripura, and if you see this season, Tripura has played very well. Like, they have played decent cricket, and this Manishankar Murashin has scored more than 250 runs and has taken 30 wickets in those 7 matches. And this is not the first time you guys would have heard this name. He has been continuously playing quality cricket against quality opponents in the last 2 or 3 seasons, and I hope this guy deserves an India A call up. And at some point of time, this guy plays for India, and he establishes the name of cricket in those seven sisters.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
fair
Bihar
enough.
also has done well throughout the season. They gave very tough competition to teams like, I think, Punjab. They had a close game. Uh, Andhra Pradesh also lost a game to Madhya Pradesh by a run or something. So
Yeah, that was in the previous.
there were close games, and I think with BCCI stepping in, everything is falling in place at just at the right time. And I hope more games are telecasted with the merger of Star and
Disney and Geo.
Viacom
Disney
again.
and
So I hope Hotstar and Geo Cinema becomes one, and you have more games being produced by BCCI, because very less games were telecasted this season, and I really hope that they are not limited to scorecard updates. Telecast all games. Let us have more footages and talk about cricket like with fans like others.
Right.
one last thing to both to the Bombay people. What does Prithvi Shaw's season look like?
Not quite great.
But he
Sad.
came in very late. But in the
Injured.
provided opportunities, he has performed well. No,
Yeah,
it's
I
not a
hope he
bad
does
season.
do it in his time, but I think his time is coming. He's got a knee problem. Once he overcomes that, listen, he's too talented not to be in and around the squad. He's too good not to be in and around the squad. Simple as that for me.
let's hope he has a
Yeah.
good IPL to start.
Yeah, let him get his head straight first.
Yeah, so fair enough. So like, so this is what the Ranji Trophy and domestic cricket is about, right? Talking about like players, as Aadhav rightly mentioned, from Northeast, we hardly talk about players from the Northeast, and maybe from the like even from the played group like Ranji Trophy matches, there must be like players who are really performing well, which are not that like evident to everybody. So this is all about finding players. Hope the selectors are doing. I think like with the selection of Dhruv Jurel, I was very impressed with our selectors for that. But also like overall, like it's been like this is like and good job by the BCCI to make a mandate to like to make players play the domestic cricket, make it more stronger, so that like and also so this is so overall a good gesture by BCCI, I feel. And thank you, Aadhav, for joining. So hope if the viewers enjoyed this show. Like we will catch up again soon. Bye. See you.
See you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Aadhav. Thank you for coming on and.